Yusek, balik ko lang sa ECQ ha. The
Yes,
PNP
of course.
said, magkakaroon daw ng tiny bubbles within the NCR during the ECQ. At saka bawal daw yung pagtawid ng mga tao to buy groceries from one city to the next. Paano naman yung mga yung mga delivery, yung mga food panda, yung mga Grab? Papayagan ba sila to cross the cities para sa deliveries?
Okay. I must commend Chief PNP Eliazar, no, for inventing all of these new terms, no? Kasi tama naman siya eh. We have a NCR plus travel bubble, and then there will be small bubbles within the local government unit. No, kanina umaga nag-uusap kami ni Chief General Eliazar about that. He explained that yung policy kasi natin sa ECQ is stay at home. That's the general policy, no? And ang makakalabas lamang ay yung
Apor.
two types, no? The first type is the consumer apor who needs to go out to buy groceries, and you need a quarantine pass to do that. Now, kinausap na namin yung PNP to be flexible in areas kung saan, like for example, I live in the border of Mandaluyong and Manila, and doon ako nag-grocery sa Pure Gold Manila na ilang kilometro lang naman or metro sa aking bahay. Why do I have to go to a further grocery, no? So pag gano'n naman, papayagan po yan ng ating kapulisan. But ang ayaw namin is gagawing excuse yung bumili ng pagkain at from Manila pupunta ng Valenzuela or from Valenzuela pupunta ng QC. That's already, a clear violation of the stay-at-home guidelines. So yun naman po ma'am na tinatanong nyo about Grab and all of that. Allowed po yan. Under the rules, the omnibus guidelines on ECQ, deliveries such as Grab, Lalamove will continue to operate during the ECQ because they deliver food and other essential items for our consumers.
Yusek, para lang magkali naman, because usually pagka ganito, alam nyo naman, ang nagba-viral yung mga lituhan sa rules, especially sa penalties. Ano po ba yung mga penalties? Let's assume that there are people na hindi nila dala yung APOR ID nila or hindi sila APOR. Let's say somebody talaga gumagala for whatever reason, and especially kung may legitimate reason. Pero ano po ba ang pinakang matinding penalty? Can people get arrested? Or is it just a fine or papauwiin ka lang?
Okay. Ang general policy po is papauwiin ka lang. That's why naglalagay tayo ng checkpoints sa mga communities, sa mga secondary roads to dissuade people from leaving their houses. Because if we do not do that, a lot of people will violate the stay-at-home order and will claim to be an APOR when they're not to be APOR. However, if you submit a falsified document to the PNP, no? Gawa-gawa ka ng sarili mong certification dyan sa bahay, tapos gagawa ka ng peking dokumento, and nasita ka ng PNP, posible po kayong makasuhan ng falsification. So that's the most, unless the police can find something else to hold you. Kasi kung minsan may mga matitigas ang ulo, curfew na, and then makikisigawan pa sa police, pwede na po kayong mag-disobedience to lawful authority dyan. You may be charged with the revised penal code. And pag ganyan, pwede kayong makulong and you may face criminal cases in court. But as a general policy, kung kayo naman ay wala namang ganon, you're a law-abiding citizen, nagbabaka-baka sakali lang kayo, baka makalabas, pumasyal sa girlfriend or whatever, papauwi lang kayo ng ating kapulisan.
Kasi sir, last year, very, very liberally used yung RA 11332 yung Act on Notifiable Diseases, Epidemics, and so on down the line. So hindi na po yun gagamitin?
That has never been our legal basis for curfews, no? Pag curfew, ang ginagamit natin na batas ay yung tawag nito,
Yung ordinances?
local ordinances. Sorry, the local ordinances. At yun namang mga enforcement of quarantine protocols by our PNP, we use the revised penal code. Kung merong disobedience or direct assault sa ating mga kapulisan, yan yung pinagbabasihan natin when we file charges against them.
Allowed ba yung penalty na yung physical exercise? Kasi we had that case na namatay yung di ba? Yung nag-pumping siya, 300 pump, squat pump. Allowed ba yon?
Hindi po ma'am, that has never been allowed. In fact, yung police na nag-authorize niyan have been relieved from their positions and are facing charges, administrative charges in the Philippine National Police.
Yusek, linawin lang po natin, any kind of corporal punishment is not allowed. Binibilad sa araw, pinapaupo sa labas, and all of that is not allowed.
Yes, that is correct.
May konti rin pong confusion about community pantries. Bawal ba yon? Pwede ba silang mag-house to house yung iba?
Okay. Ganito po ma'am, no? I don't know kung na-release na today or maybe tomorrow. We will be releasing a memorandum to our local government units that community pantries are allowed provided that it's done house to house. Okay? Iba kasi ang sitwasyon natin ngayon from previous lockdowns. Now we have a very transmittable Delta variant. But of course, we do not want to stop people from helping other people. So if you are really interested in doing your community pantry, please coordinate with your local government unit or your barangay. They will assist you in doing house-to-house distribution.
Kailangan
so
ng
pwede yun.
coordination, ha? Kailangan ng coordination with the barangay.
That's correct. Because ma'am, nakita nyo naman yung nangyari nung huling lockdown natin, no? Ang dami nating mass gatherings na nangyari. There were a lot of problems that we faced. So, learning from that experience, our approach now is house-to-house distribution. And we also talked with the mayors of Metro Manila about this in a meeting 2 days ago. And Chairman Abalos affirmed the support of the MMDA and the Metro Manila Council to the position of the DILG na kailangan, kung tutulong tayo sa panahon ng pandemya, let's not cause a super spreader event. Let's do it house-to-house.
Yung ayuda ba, house-to-house din? Yung distribution?
Okay. Ma'am, yung ayuda po kasi, we will never be able to complete distribution of 11.7 billion pesos, providing 1,000 to each individual and 4,000 to a family. Kung house-to-house mo yan, baka abutin tayo niya ng 2 buwan. No? Some LGUs tried that during nung April. Hinaus-to-house nila, ang tagal. Sobra po talagang tagal. No? Kasi you will have to bring the special dispersing officer plus the entire team at magbabahay-bahay kayo sa mga iskinita. It's a slow and tedious process. Baka mamaya yung ating mga kababayan na kailangan ng tulong, tapos na yung pandemya or tapos na yung ECQ, ay doon pa lang sila mabibigyan ng ayuda. So, what we're going to do is the distribution points. No? The distribution points that have been very effective in distributing ayuda last April. So, sanay na po tayo dito. No? This is our 4th time to provide ayuda to our constituents. So, we now have a system in place para mabilis natin maibigay yung ayuda. Unfortunately, we cannot do a house-to-house because of time constraints. And also, ano po ngayon? It's rainy season. So, mahirap din mamigay ng pondo pag tag-ulan.